Hey everyone, it's Alice and welcome to my June book haul. So my May book haul was ridiculous. We got over 300 books last month, mostly because we managed to get a lot of free children's picture books, and I always count the babies' books in with our books because I do talk about them on this channel. So I'll link that up in the cards for you if you haven't seen that yet. But I did say in that video I was going to try and haul less books this month. I don't have 300 to show for you today, so that is a win in my opinion, but I do still have 37 to show you, and that is more than I was hoping to haul this month. But a lot of these are ones that I ordered a few months ago and they finally got here, BookBox books, subscriptions, so I will run you through everything that we've gotten, and I hope that you enjoy this video. So first up, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Cassava Republic for sending me a copy of Addis Ababa Noir. This is the second noir collection that they've sent me through. I still need to find time to read the first one, but I'm hoping to read them quite close together. This was an unsolicited proof, but it is all short stories set in Addis Ababa. So I'm interested in reading it because I like crime stories, and from what I can gather, noir is often crime or stories with like a more serious, darker tone. So it definitely sounds like it's going to be right up my alley. It's just when I can get to it. And I'd like to say a huge thank you to Muswell Press for sending me a copy of My Name is Jensen by Heidi Amsnick. This is being published on the 26th of August. It is a debut novel and it is about a journalist. She's on her way home and she finds a body. So she has no choice but to contact her ex-boyfriend, who is a police officer, so that he can start investigating the crime. I'm guessing she investigates and tells the story of this crime too. I'm so interested in this one. The finished cover I will get Sean to put in here because it is absolutely stunning, and that was kind of what grabbed my attention for this one. I did request this one from them, so they kindly sent it through to me, but I'm going to be picking this one up within the next couple of weeks. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to Owl Crate because I hauled Mr. Impossible by Maggie Stiefvater last month, but my dust jacket was split. So when I opened it up, there was like a humongous cut all the way down here. And I messaged them about it and they kindly sent me a replacement copy. I only asked for a replacement dust jacket, but I guess they would have then had more books than dust jackets, so they just sent me a whole replacement copy. But I am really appreciative of this one, and this is signed by Maggie Stiefvater herself. So thank you to Owl Crate for being so great with your customer service. So we will start off with BookBox subscription books because you'll probably have seen me unbox those. So we do a video called BookBox Battle in which I unbox Fairy Loot, Illumicrate and Owl Crate. So I will show you those first. So we've got this month's Owl Crate is The Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan Hay. I love this. As you can see, I'm so close to the end, but I've got a feeling this is going to end up being a 5-star for me because this is keeping me on the edge of my toes. So there are two sisters and they've been separated. One of them has woken up on an island. She has no idea how she got to the island. She can only see in black and white. All she knows is that she needs to try and find her sister. And meanwhile, you get the sister's perspective. At that point, her sister's been missing for 3 months. And you're finding out how she reacts to her sister being gone and how she kind of investigates from her side as well. This is science fiction and I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I am, but I'm loving it. And I just love the fact that it's a dual perspective, but the differences between the chapters are told. So one is in tallies, so it goes all the way up to let me get one of the chapters at the end, there you go. So you've got the tallies on one side and then the actual numbers on the other side to show the two different perspectives. I think that's such a great way of differentiating between the two characters. And also one character is told in first person and one in third person. So if you're somebody who doesn't like dual perspective novels because you find yourself getting confused by who is narrating, this will fix that problem for you. We've then got Fairy Loot's book for this month. Oh wait, no, I need to show you the under the dust jacket. I said to Sean I wish I'd seen this so that I could show it off in BookBox Battle, but I did not notice it. One of the end papers is like this beautiful illustration of the island, while the other end paper is a beautiful illustration of the futuristic city, and they are so stunning, and I had not noticed that it had different end papers when I was filming my unboxing for this, which is why I just wanted to show that now. And also this one is signed as well. Now we can move on to Fairy Loot, who did Witches Steeped in Gold by Shannon Smart this month. Now, I love this design. So they've made it look kind of like a grimoire. The author's name and the title are only on the spine rather than on the front of the book. You don't have any information on the back of the book. You obviously have the synopsis inside with the signed page. You've got these gorgeous stenciled edges. You've got a ribbon bookmark, which you hardly ever get those in book boxes. And you've got foiling on the cover and an under the dust jacket art print, which is stunning as well. So Fairy really gone all out this month on this one. I did read this last month and I didn't enjoy it all that much, but I do have 2 copies of it because Owlcrate did this a couple of months ago, but this will definitely be the one that I'm keeping because I'm not planning on keeping both. I'm really hoping that they do the sequel to match because I think it's going to be so stunning. And last but not least, we've got Alucrate's book of the month, which is The Jasmine Throne by Tashi Suri. This again with the beautiful stenciled edges of leaves going all the way round, and it has a signed book plate, and it has Together They Will Change the Fate of an Empire, a Vengeful Princess, a Hidden Priestess on the dust jacket, well, under the dust jacket, on the actual hardcover. I meant to be starting this today because their read-along starts today, and I'm not sure because it's very thick and I'm just about to start a new job, so I don't know whether I can read a book this big in a week, but you'll have to come back and check out my July wrap-up to see whether I do it. I also have another Illumicrate book to show you today, and that is Monstrous Design by Kat Dunn. This is the sequel to Dangerous Remedy, which I read in either October or November last year. Really enjoyed it. It's set in the French Revolution, and it follows a group of characters called the Battalion of the Dead. At the end of the first book, they're in a position where the characters are kind of going separate ways. So I'm interested to see how this book plans out, because you've got different countries getting involved, and I want to see whether the characters all kind of come back together before the end. I'm trying not to be spoilery, but it is a sequel, so it's hard not to. But this has the gorgeous red sprayed edges, and it is signed, so I had to get it to match. Also it doesn't have anything under the dust jacket, but the end papers are beautiful. I had to get this to match my copy of the first book because I really enjoyed it and I wanted to carry on with this series, and it is just a duology, so hopefully this will be a satisfying end to the series. And then I've also got our Curiosity books to show you today, so if you haven't already seen that video, you can check it out. I'll pop it up in the cards for you. So Sean unboxed this month's box with Sophia and Ezra, who are our 2 little ones, and they just dived straight into the book, so having such a great time. I think the video is only about 2 minutes because it was such a quick unboxing. They were both so eager to start reading them. And this month we have Julian at the Wedding by Jessica Love, Baby's First Train Robbery by Jim Whaley and Stephen Collins, and The Day Finn Flooded the World by Adam Stower. This is definitely Sophia's favourite already, and Baby's First Train Robbery is Ezra's favourite. Hopefully they won't suffer the same fate as Charlie Chooses, which was in last month's box, because that has been shredded. Like, the front cover is like peeling off and everything because they love that one so much. So it's good timing for these ones to arrive. So then I've also got some of Sean's books to haul for you today because it was our anniversary on the 17th and I got him some books, and also it was Father's Day this month, so I got him some books for that as well. So this month Sean has been gifted from me Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. This is the 4th book in the Stormlight Archive series. It is signed, and I haven't read the Stormlight Archives yet. We've been buying them on Kindle Daily Deal over the last couple of months, so we're hoping to read them soon. But he wanted the chunky hardcover of the 4th one, even though we don't own any of the others. In hardcover. I mean, I do own the first one, like, physically. But, yeah, be interesting to see how this goes. Like, I hope that we enjoy it, considering we own a fancy schmancy version of this one, but this was from Waterstones. We then have Ubik by Philip K. Dick. Sean has read The Man in the High Castle, I think, and he enjoyed it, so I grabbed this for him. It's one of the sci-fi masterworks, and he collects these. I've got The Witcher by Andrzej Sapkowski. Sean has been interested in this. I don't think he's watched the TV show yet, because he probably would have watched it with me, but I wanted to read the books first. But as far as I'm aware, this is The Last Wish, which is like the first short story collection in the series. This is the one that Illumicrate did an edition of, so I'm assuming it is the first or part of the beginning of the series. I know nothing about this apart from that's Henry Cavill, and you wouldn't think that. It doesn't look anything like Henry Cavill when he was Superman, but yeah, it's out on Netflix. It's a thing. I also got him The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. This is the new illustrated edition to celebrate the 42nd anniversary, and this is signed by Chris Riddle, who is the illustrator. I love Chris Riddle's illustrations, and Sean, as soon as I gave this to him, was like flicking through and looking at all of the different pictures. So I think we're going to be doing a reread of this one fairly soon. And last but not least, for gifts, I got him The Murder Most Unladylike Special Edition by Robin Stevens. This is the first book in the Murder Most Unladylike series. It is signed. It's the only one they've ever done in hardcover, and he wanted it, so now he has it. I then got some second-hand books to haul for you today. The first one of which is A Proof of Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I caved. I saw one on eBay for a reasonable price, and I don't normally buy ARCs second hand, but also I have invested an awful lot of money into collecting my Pierce Brown books, so he's had a lot of my money, and this was the last one I needed to complete my collection, because I don't think they actually did proofs of Dark Age, and I already had proofs of Golden Sun, Morningstar and Iron Gold. So I saw it and I did it, and I don't regret it. It was cheaper than you would expect it to be. I'm not going to share how much it was, but I have seen them on trading, and people have been asking for more than I can offer, because I don't have a lot of ARCs and things that I'm willing to part with. So I haven't been able to get it through any of the selling, buy, trade, sell Facebook groups, and I did it. And I've seen them go on eBay for like 800 before, so I'm surprised this wasn't more expensive, but I'm just glad to have it. I know it's a big no-no buying ARCs, but I'm kind of like offsetting like the justification, because I do have like 4 copies of Iron Gold. I've got the Fairy Loot set. I've been funneling my money into Pierce Brown, so swings and roundabouts. And I'm going to continue to funnel my money into him. Like, if he does special editions of book 6 when it's announced, I'm going to buy all of them, let's be honest. So I have this, and I'm kind of feeling the shame, but also kind of happy. Then we've got some books that we got from charity shops, the first one of which is Always With Love by Giovanna Fletcher. I got this because it has the sprayed pages. But it was the first. I didn't realise it wasn't the first in a series. This is a sequel to Billy and Me. I just grabbed this because I was buying Sean a present, and I was getting a present for Mum, and it was like a buy 3 and get 1 free offer on. So it was a buy 2 get 1 free offer in the shop where I got their gifts, and I just grabbed this as the free one. So it's not too much of a shame that it is the second book in a series, but I will be keeping an eye out for Billy and Me in the near future. We then have The Midnight Library, Blood and Sand by Nick Shadow. I read these when I was younger and I absolutely loved them, and this was in a charity shop where it was like 2 books for £1, and I got Sophia. Oh, I haven't found that out. It was just like a picture book. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, it was Where's Mrs. Witch? We haven't hauled any of their board books this month because they've hidden all of them, because we got them earlier in the month and they've already been reading them a lot. So this should be a bigger book haul, really, but that's fine. But it was buy 1 get 1 free in there as well, so this was my free one for me. I read these when I was younger. They're horror short stories, and I've been low-key keeping an eye out for them so that I can buy them and reread them, but I've only managed to find one in a library book sale so far, and that was 10p, so getting this one for free, I thought might as well grab it. Hopefully I'll be able to find some more of these at some point. I've then got 13 Curses by Michelle Harrison. This is the second book in the 13 Treasures series. I don't know if it's actually got like a proper name to the series. But this was, again, from a charity shop. I have the first one. I haven't read it yet, but I read the entire Pinch of Magic series. Absolutely loved it. Want to read more of Michelle Harrison's work. I've then got The Accidental Pirate's Voyage to Magical North by Claire Thayers. This has little waves on the bottom of all of the pages, which is such a nice touch, and it's got like skulls and cutlasses at the start of all of the chapter headings, which is really cool. I don't know anything about this, but it was cheap in a charity shop, and I like pirates, and Sophia and Ezra both like pirates too, so why not grab them a middle grade book that we can all enjoy together. Another one that I don't really know anything about is Just Call Me Spaghetti Hoop Boy by Lara Williamson. Again, same charity shop, very cheap, and I've heard of A Boy Called Hope and The Boy Who Sailed the Ocean in an Armchair, so I know that Lara Williamson's writing is well loved. Hopefully I will enjoy it. And also this has the orange sprayed edges, which is really cool. You don't often get those on middle grades, so it's cool. We've then got Children of June by Frank Herbert. This is the third book in the June series. We have the first one, we don't have the second one, but this was brand new condition and it was 50p, so we grabbed it while we could. The font is tiny. I did not notice that, but we will eventually read June. If we don't like this one, it was only 50p, we can just donate it. Sean bought this one. I'm not taking any responsibility for this because I was like, if you want to do it, just do it. It's The Fever Code by James Dashner. Again, it was a charity shop, so he isn't having any of our money, but we had the first 4 books in the Maze Runner series. I'm like low-key still interested in them, even though he is a trash human being, and Sean is obviously still interested in them because he was like, well, that's the 5th one and we don't have that one yet. So we grabbed it. If we don't read them, we'll just donate them all. But I'm still conflicted, but yeah, might as well grab it while we see it. We've then got Finders Keepers by Stephen King, another charity shop book. I got End of Watch last month and I didn't have Finders Keepers or Mr. Mercedes. So now I've got Finders Keepers and I still don't have the first book of the trilogy. But with Stephen King, we mostly just pick them up as we see them. We'd eventually like to read all of his works. I don't know if you can see them or if they're slightly out of frame, but we've got like a selection of his paperbacks there. We've got most of them in like the trade size. We've got some hardbacks. Just grab them when we see them and they're a reasonable price and get to them eventually. We've then got one honker stonker of a book, and that's 1001 Books You Must Read Before You Die. I have looked through this entire list. I've read the whole list out to Sean, and between us I think we've probably read about 50. Maybe going up to 100, I can't quite remember, but it's not the best. There are books in here that I'm interested in. There are a lot of classics that I've never heard of in this. There are some books that are in it that I don't think should be in it. But I'm low-key thinking that I might try and read like one of these a month, but also one of these a month means it would still take me like, God, I'd got 120 done in 12 years. No, one a month. 120 done in 10 years. So it would still take me like the majority of my life if I was doing one a month. So I don't know, but it was 50p and I thought it would be fun to refer to and I could possibly do some reading challenges with it. But also there's like no Shakespeare in it. And I don't get that. Like I know he does plays and poetry, but there are other kind of plays in here. There's just no Shakespeare. And I feel like Shakespeare's definitely something you should read before you die, but I guess that's on me. Controversial opinion, apparently, about reading Shakespeare. And the last book that we got from the charity shops this month was Stories for Boys Who Dare to Be Different by Ben Brooks. I think this is basically like the male equivalent of the Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. So we grabbed this because we thought, like, then Sophia and Ezra have got another book that they can read together. Ezra can learn about the Rebel Girls and Sophia can learn about the Daring Boys and we can give them a well-rounded knowledge of the key figures of humanity. Yeah, it was cheap and it's pretty cool because it's got like all the illustrations and the little biographies and I think it's quite cool. Yeah, it's just something to dip in and out of to educate them when we do bedtime stories. And then we've got the books that I bought brand new. I've just realised 2 of these probably should have been over in the book box pile because I did haul 2 books from the Fairy Loot Trove restock and I'm surprised I managed to get either of them because it was a bit of a struggle with their website, but I'm very, very happy to say that I'm the proud owner of These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong with the pink sprayed edges and the gorgeous under the desk jacket artwork. I do already own a copy of These Violent Delights, but it's the Owl Crate edition, and Owl Crate have announced that they're doing Our Violent Ends, but I can't justify paying the shipping cost for their edition because they didn't have sprayed edges. This, however, was like £20, and they're doing the sequel, and I've already pre-ordered the sequel, so they're going to have the matching sprayed edges, the matching covers, and I can just sell my Owl Crate copy on to make back some of the money. I just thought then I've got matching editions rather than odd ones. I should be less materialistic, but that's why you're here. That's why you watch book hauls. If you didn't want materialism, you wouldn't be here. And the other book that I got in the Fairy Trove restock was Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerry Maniscalco. I love this. These black flowery edges give me life. And also, it's purple. And purple's my favourite colour, if you didn't already know. And it's got a signed book plate. So does the Chloe Gong one. I forgot to show you that. And it's got a man in foil under the cover, and then it's got some really beautiful under the dust jacket artwork. Have I read this book? No. Do I want to read this book? Yes. Did I want to own this just because of how beautiful it was? Ayahada. Have you seen this? It is stunning. This is the entire reason that I decided to join the Fairy Loot waitlist. I mean, it's not. The majority of the reason was because Alcrate said that their shipping was going up because of Brexit, and they didn't say how much it was going up, so I wasn't sure whether I was even going to be able to afford Owlcrate anymore. So I was like, well, I might as well join Fairy Loot. But I thought Owlcrate were going to do this book, and they didn't. And Fairy Loot did, and it was stunning, and I missed out on it, and I was so gutted. And people are reselling this for like £200. That's too much, just because it's pretty. But then they said they were doing trophy stock, and I was like, I can try and get one. And somehow I did. And I'm so happy, and now I'm subscribed. So I won't have to miss out on anything in the future. And I should have just done it like a year ago, because they've had some beautiful editions. Like, Fairy Loot are really smashing it out of the park. But yeah, I'm so happy to have this. I'm so happy. And I will read it. And I'm going to obviously get the sequel as well when that is announced, because they have said they're doing the sequel. Again, I like my matching editions. And then we've got a few books that I got from Waterstones as well for you, and then we're getting to the end of this haul, and I've just realised I've forgotten to add in my Kindle books again. So I'll do my Waterstones books, and then we'll do the Kindle books, and then you'll have all 37 that we've hauled. The first of the Waterstones books I hauled this month is Blackout by D.N.L. Clayton, Nick Stone, Tiffany D. Jackson, Ashley Woodfolk, Angie Thomas, and Nicola Yoon. So this is a collection of authors contributing to the same story, as far as I'm aware. It's like it all is set in a blackout, and some of the characters move between the stories. I think, just look at these sprayed edges, it's just so stunning. I think this is going to be a 5-star for me, because I love Nick Stone's writing, I love Angie Thomas's writing, and I love Nicola Yoon's writing. So 3 of these authors I know I absolutely adore. I've always been interested in D.N.L. Clayton and Tiffany D. Jackson's books, I just haven't picked them up yet. So this should be a recipe for success for me, but also I'm surprised by how short it is. 6 authors, and it's like less than 200 pages? Just over 200 pages. It's like 250 pages, exactly. That concerns me a little bit, but I hope I'll love it. The next 3 books I managed to get for £1, because I had a voucher to spend, and I had some Waterstones plus points saved up. So these 3 books together cost me £1, and these 3 books are Felix Ever After by Case and Calendar, which has the gorgeous stenciled flowery edges. You will have probably seen me already talk about this if you've watched our Hook a Duck for July, because I am going to be reading this in July, which is exciting. But it's just stunning. It's such a stunning edition. I've then got Ace of Spades by Farida Abike Iyimide. And this is their debut novel. It is about a private academy, and secrets are being brought to life. I don't know what it's about exactly, but sprayed edges. I've heard so many amazing things about it. I nearly ordered the Illumicrate debut box, and I decided not to, but I thought I could pick it up anyway with the sprayed edges and the fact that it was only £1. And the last book that I got from Waterstones this month was Threadneedle by Carrie Thomas. I don't know anything about this either. It's something about magic, and is magic a gift or a curse? Has the sprayed edges. This is signed as well. I wasn't planning on picking this up. I've heard amazing things about it. I've seen the gorgeous Goldsboro edition, and a lot of people saying that they loved it, but I don't know why. I just wasn't really that interested. I have since heard that it's kind of more YA than adult, and that interests me more, because I'm not a huge reader of adult fantasy, but I don't know why I bought it, if I'm honest. I saw it in Waterstones. It was the last signed edition that they had, and I'd just seen so many people talking about it in the Illumicrate Discord, and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to grab it. And I did. I reserved it, and then I got all my vouchers together, and I've got good feelings about it. I might not end up loving it, but I have got very good feelings about it. So I took a risk on this one, but I'm glad that I did. And then last but not least, we've got the Kindle books for this month. The first Kindle book I got this month was Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. You've seen this cover, you've heard about this book. I don't know anything about it apart from the fact that it's got Gothic in the title and a gorgeous cover, and I've seen a lot of people talk about it. It was 99p. Don't shoot me. We've then got The Once and Future King by T.H. White. I have been considering, potentially, shifty eyes, doing a video about Arthur retellings, and this is a very well known one. This is classic. This is like the 60s, I think, and it's one of the most famous modern Arthurian stories. So I got it for 99p. Whether I'll like it or not remains to be seen, but you might have an Arthurian retellings video coming up at some point soon if I can get my shit together. I also got Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book in the Reckoners series. For some reason, one of his books is going on Kindle Daily Deal a month, and I'm just buying all of them. Haven't read any of the other books in like the Mistborn series, but the Mistborn, wait, what's it called? Cosmere. I haven't read any of the other books in the Cosmere world, but 99p. I'll read them eventually. This one also I think is very short compared to his other ones. And I think 2 books that I got from the Amazon First Reads program, which is when they offer books a month before publication and they're only 99p. And those 2 are Have We Met by Camille Baker and The Mixtape by Brittany Cherry. So the mixtape is about a girl whose boyfriend, I think he gets into some kind of an accident and she's like listening to his music to like come to terms with the fact that he's been hurt or like he dies or something. I don't know, I'm probably really making that up. But Have We Met is basically like a girl looks on her phone and it's like downloaded a dating app and it's all people that she's had like missed connections with in the past so she could like give them another chance and see if any of them were meant to be. And I love the concept of that one and I love the cover too. So I grabbed these ones, 99p each, thought I might as well. Isn't that just the way it goes? So that is 37 books that I have hauled this month. I have got too many books and I'm a little bit disappointed in myself, if I'm honest, because I thought I managed to haul a lot less, but because I wasn't thinking about the subscription boxes or the gifts I got for Sean. So as a collective, we have still hauled more than we probably should have in 1 month. But I'm starting work tomorrow, so I'm going to have less spare time to go to the charity shops, so we won't be really hauling anything from the charity shops next month. And also, like, we don't have another anniversary until next year. Father's Day's past now, so there will be less gifts and things going on too. So hopefully when you come back at this time next month, our July book haul will be a little bit smaller. If you like this video, please like it. If you'd like to subscribe, we'd be super duper grateful, as we always are. We post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, so if you pop back within the next couple of days, you'll be seeing our June wrap up and you can see how many points we scored for whatever a thon. That's exciting because I haven't been keeping track exactly of how many points we've got and I can't wait to find out. But yes, thank you so much for watching and we'll see you again soon. Bye! Well, buy 2 get 1 free, so get 3 for the price of 2. The first of the Kindle books this month is not Kindle books. Let's try that again. I then got Ace of no.